What if we tell you that we've cracked the secret method of Mr. Richie Rich into little chunks of habits up for a grab? Stick to the screen as this video reveals Bill Gates' secret method of getting rich. Habit number 8, never stop learning. It's common knowledge that Bill Gates walked out of Harvard University, but the truth is that the only reason he did so was because he and Paul Allen recognized a chance to launch their own software firm. In truth, Gates enjoyed studying and frequently attended sessions for which he hadn't registered. That was something he shared with Steve Jobs, who stayed after dropping out of Reed College, sleeping on floors so he could take classes that grabbed his interest. Before we move on to the other valuable habits, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel as well as hit that bell icon to stay tuned with our latest amazing updates. Time for habit number 7, read everything. In an interview, Gates' father noted that his son was interested in just about every kind of book, including encyclopedias and science fiction. Although his parents were overjoyed that their kid was such a bookworm, they had to restrict him from bringing books to the dinner table. Gates continues to enjoy reading, and every year he publishes a list of the books he thinks are the best. Developing the practice of reading frequently is quite beneficial indeed. Just make sure you don't do it as you're sitting down to have dinner with your family. Done with the dinner anyway? Let's move on to habit number 6, give credit to others. In response to a question about the finest decisions he had ever made, Bill Gates said in an interview, "I'd say my best business decisions really have to do with picking people." In spite of the fact that he and Allen have had a tumultuous history together, he continued by stating that selecting Allen as a business partner was at the very top of that list. We all need to be adept at marketing ourselves, but it's also a good idea to offer credit to others with whom you work whenever feasible. But do remember that others are just as important as yourself, which brings us to our next habit. Habit number 5, trust your judgment. If you make it a habit to take into consideration the viewpoints and ideas expressed by others, you'll put yourself in a better position to have a successful professional life. However, in order to have a groundbreaking career like that of Bill Gates or Steve Jobs, you need to listen to yourself first and foremost, even if the rest of the world is trying to convince you that you're wrong. That's exactly what transpired when Gates and Allen established Microsoft. In a speech, Gates said the company was based on this wild idea that nobody else agreed with, that computer chips were going to become so powerful that computers and software would become a tool that would be on every desk and in every home. Although everyone told him they were wrong, they went ahead and launched it anyhow, and everything that followed is history. Now let's jump on to habit number 4, manage your finances. Managing your finances is more of a work of art, and only a true artist can savor the taste of his accomplishment. Back in a 1998 interview, Bill Gates stated, "I wanted to have enough money in the bank to pay a year's worth of payroll, even if we didn't get enough payments coming in, and I'm true to that almost the whole time. We have almost $10 billion now, which is pretty much enough for the next year. So how much money have you guys saved up to meet the cost of an unfortunate event?" Don't leave your screens and stick to the upcoming segments as we're about to unravel the last 3 ingredients of our secret recipe. Habit number 3, learn from your mistakes. In an interview in 2009, Bill Gates attributed some of Microsoft's success to his and his leadership team's ability to swiftly recognize a mistake, say, "Oops, this isn't working," and try a different method. Gates made the statement in reference to the company's capacity to adapt. Over the course of his life, he's undoubtedly committed a large number of errors, but he can also gain wisdom from each and every one of those mistakes. Like, come on, all of us can recall Windows Vista, right? Habit number 2, take a good rest. The significance of getting enough sleep is accepted wisdom. Instead of boasting about how late he works or how little sleep he gets, Bill Gates makes it a point to obtain 7 hours of sleep every night. He claims that without this amount of sleep, he's unable to be creative. That's undoubtedly a beneficial pattern of behavior that each and every one of us needs to adopt. And finally, we reach our final segment and habit number 1, Pay close attention to the task at hand. Even though we all know it's a terrible use of our time, far too many of us are easily sidetracked and guilty of trying to juggle many tasks at once. Not only does Gates avoid giving in to the want to multitask, but when he is focused on anything, he'll be able to maintain a level of concentration that's quite remarkable. In fact, he's been known to fall asleep while programming and then resume where he left off an hour later. Well, here you have it. We've reached the end of our video exploring the habits that paved the secret passage of Bill Gates towards the Valley of Bucks. Let us know in the comments section which of these will you try to adopt yourself.